The payment models that are currently in vogue, there are probably 6 broad payment models that one can see in circulation. These are briefly outlined and defined below. The first is the most common, fee-for-service, FFS. Here, the payment is made for each service and for each unit of care. It is based on individual encounters and continues to be the most dominant and common mode. The second is bundled payment or episode-based. Here, the payment is for the sum of individual units of care, not isolated, which means that the focus here is on the entire episode of care instead of individual isolated encounters. And as the idea of value-based care is gaining traction, bundled payment is slowly becoming popular. We will examine a case study to demonstrate this towards the end of this section. The third is pay for performance. Payments are made to healthcare providers based on meeting predetermined performance and predetermined quality thresholds that are quantifiable and measurable. This system is still in its infancy, but is slowly gaining ground as people are moving from the atrocity of volume-based care to value-based care. However, the unpredictability and non-linearity of individual biological response to treatment make the measurement process challenging. The fourth is capitation-based or per capita. This is an interesting payment model where providers receive a fixed amount of money even before service delivery. They agree upon the services to be provided for each registered individual over a fixed period of time. This is a model that encourages hospitals to keep their populations healthy and keep them out of hospitals. It's a beautiful idea, but it has its shares of cons, but definitely worth examining. The fifth model that you will see in circulation is called case-based or DRG, Diagnosis-Related Group Payments or DRG payments. Here, providers are paid a fixed amount per case for each diagnosis, admission, or discharge. It is like capitation, but for specific procedures and a specific diagnosis and condition. And finally, you have the ACOs or the Accountable Care Organization payment model. Here, several care groups align together under a common umbrella to provide high-quality care that is coordinated. Some examples that come to mind are probably Kaiser Permanente in the United States, and we will also look at this and the implications of all of this in this section. Essentially, all payment models other than the first one, fee-for-service, FFS, is an attempt towards some form and shape to promote VBC or value-based care. And all these alternate payment models, whether it's bundled, pay for performance, capitation, DRG or ACO, is to structure provider payment in a manner that incentivizes better quality and more cost-efficient care. Because today, we are paying hospitals and doctors to do more. We're not paying them to do better. Having said this, it's not that each of these models are flawless. We will now examine the pros and cons of each of these models. Up next.